It is up, everyone. This is Captain Eon speaking, and today I would like to share from chapter 66, verses 18 to 19 of the treatment today, as well as use chapter 65, verse 18, and chapter 65, verses 8 to 10 as supporting ideas for what I would like to title A Sign Amongst for my brief share. And for the most part, what I gleaned as God's word just treated my human condition were some common themes. Themes like a distinction, from amongst, etc., etc. And I actually watched a clip of a video yesterday, and for me it really summed up, in my opinion, the false God culture. Now, I would agree, and I believe to a certain extent, there are imperfections in all of our walks. However, it just doesn't seem righteous the way godliness is portrayed. And what I mean is, in the beginning part of the video, it was like a turn up. The person in the video was going off on the other person, It was a standoff. It was very niggerish, and it was basically fighting words and stances and all this kind of stuff, right? Posturing and that sort of thing. And then it turns around to this quote-unquote all love, it's this idea of, I'm all love, but. And that seems to be a growing trend, because it's like there's this influx and continued regurgitation and recycling of violence and horror and anguish. And then, as a side note, there's some mention of God first, or God's doing in these things. But is this really good news? Is this really the distinction that God is telling us He will have in the midst of it all? For He continues, and today is no exception, to make it quite clear that there will be and is a clear distinction between what is His and what He is allowed to be theirs. And today, I began to say, okay, God, what is this distinction? And as I say that, it's impressed upon me that if you have to ask, then you don't have it. But God, I believe, underlying all this, because I'm always trying to get an exact synopsis and tell me this and that and give me the detailed words and phrases and looks. And God's saying, it's bigger than that. At least He's saying that to me. Where He's telling me, you don't really have to ask, but you can identify things as Just the simple fact that I'm being bothered in my spirit about how his name is being represented and how things don't seem to be adding up. That right there is proof of a distinction. That there is some difference. There is a disconnect, and there should be. Because God has distinctly shown his light in the darkness, which is his sign that will remain until all darkness has eventually given way to the light. Caption this: God's sign amongst us signals that there's only one way. Sir.